Today we're gonna make sausage stuffed zucchini. So the sausage that I'm going to use is Italian sausage. This is just not spicy, but you can use spicy if you want. So to stuff it, you can just cut off the end right here. You could even leave that, it doesn't really matter. Cut it in half. All you're gonna do is scoop the seeds out, like this. Now if you're really careful, you can leave kind of the end there where the stuffing will sit inside of it and it won't come off the edge at all. But if you go through there, not a big deal at all. So there is the inside. Leave them off to the side and we're gonna dice 1 onion and mince 3 cloves of garlic. Stainless steel pan, let it heat up for about 2-3 minutes. I have it medium low, put a little bit of oil in there, a couple tablespoons, and then put the garlic in. And just cook the garlic for a minute or two until it gets lightly golden. If you want hot pepper flakes, you can put them in about a minute or two. If you want anchovy, you can put that in too. I'm putting in about a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes for 1 28-ounce can of tomatoes. This is gonna be a 5-minute sauce, not a 15-minute sauce, just a 5-minute sauce. Right now it's been about 1.5 minutes. Okay, and the garlic is now golden. We don't want it to burn, so right away get the tomatoes in. This brand's tomatoes have a little bit more salt in it, so I don't need to put any extra salt when I use this. Do keep that in mind when you're making sauce. They do have different sodium levels depending on what brand you buy. I mean, and sometimes they fluctuate by a lot. Taste your sauce. If you're using a different brand, put a little bit of salt, put a little bit of pepper, get it just right, and then pull it off the heat. And then we're gonna move right on to making the stuffing. Sauce is right there, and medium low again. This is a non-stick pan. You can use a stainless pan again. Any pan works, it doesn't really matter. Non-stick's easier to cook with. You don't have to worry about really preheating it. You could just get your oil, get your onions in right away. A couple tablespoons of olive oil and take all that onion. And we just wanna get these onions till they're translucent, light color, keep the heat low. It's gonna take about 5 minutes, then we'll put the garlic in. All right, so that's pretty much done. It took about 10 minutes to cook that sausage out. It might take 10 or 12. Remember, it's gonna cook in the oven for another 20 minutes, so it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through. I'm gonna turn off the heat. You could put this in a bowl or you could just keep it in the pan. I'm just gonna do it right in the pan, as long as there's enough room in your pan. We're gonna put in 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, 1/2 cup of Pecorino Romano, 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese. This is more than 1/2 cup. I'm gonna be putting some on top too. All that basil, and then just a little bit of sauce in here, probably like 1/2 cup of sauce. That's gonna just make it moister. So mix this all together, just gently fold it all in. You don't need any egg or anything in here. You don't need any salt in here either. You're putting, the sausage that you buy is most likely gonna be heavily salted, and the Pecorino Romano is a very salty cheese. I couldn't fit them all in there, and I almost did go through all the stuffing. Here's the remaining stuffing. That can be saved for another purpose. Really anything you want. I fit 7 in here. This is a 9 by 13 baking dish. And then I just took 2 more and I put it in here. So I have 8 in here and 2 in here. And that looks nice like that. Great one-person serving. You don't even need extra sauce on top. There's plenty on the bottom, but I'll put a little bit. Set your oven to 400 degrees, set the rack to the middle, 20 minutes covered. Cheese might stick a little bit. You can put parchment paper first and then the foil, and then nothing will stick. That's a little trick. Take off the foil after 20 minutes, and then if you want, you can hit up that broiler for a couple minutes to get some nice color on top. Let's take a bite. Like and share it. That's all I ask you to do. I'll see you next time.